everyone. So in this tutorial, I am going to be showing you all how to evaluate an event. So after you have a high school visit or a college fair, we ask that you evaluate it so that we can have more data on if it's a good place to visit next year and how many students attended the event, different things like that. So of course, you're going to start off over in events with this button. I already have one pulled up that's easy enough, but for you, you might go into your trips, find what trip you're looking for, what visit, etc. So I pulled one that I did last fall. It won't work if you haven't already completed the trip, which makes sense. And I'll show you how they look different for a college fair versus a high school visit. So we'll start with a high school visit when I visited Golden. When you click on it, you're going to go over here to Notes. And it's just easy enough. Your name will again auto-populate. If not, you can change it. The high school name should as well since it's already set up there. You'll want to check if you did send a visit poster to them. And then these are the important questions to answer. How many students were at the visit? So I already filled this one out. Looks like I had 23 students. Should we visit this school again? I said yes. You can check whatever you feel. And then explaining why we should visit again. So I just had a brief explanation. We should visit again due to the amount of interested students that attended the visit. Maybe the counselors were great. Maybe you talked to some really interested students, etc. It can really be any reason. This bottom portion, you might want to have some logistic or planning notes. I didn't fill one out for this school because it was easy enough to access, but for many schools, if it's your first or second time going there, you might want to set a reminder. So something like, it takes a while to get into the parking lot, or park on the west side instead of the east side. It's close to the front door, or look for this specific door with the flagpole. That's where you're going to want to park. Anything like that, you would put in logistics down here and hit save. So going back to my trip, I'll show you how a college fair is going to differ. So this was for a college day, similar to a college fair. So I click on it, I'll go to notes again. So you can see it already looks a little bit different. So the pre-trip notes is something you would have already have filled out, or that Deidre would have filled out for you. So we can skip that for now. The post-trip notes, again, it'll auto-populate your name. It asks, are other counselors or volunteers in attendance? If you had an alumni or there were 2 counselors there, there was not, it was just me. While you're at the fair, you want to be keeping track a little bit of how many students you were working with and how many pubs you handed out. Looks like I handed out around 25 pubs and I talked to around 15 to 20 students. So that seems about right. I didn't check this, but this was an in-state fair and it was not part of the day-night circus. This is a new portion. This is why I didn't fill it out for last year. And we are now wanting you to list different Colorado institutions that were absent from this fair, say CSU, and any new out-of-state institutions present that we don't traditionally see at these fairs. So this is all about knowing your territory and knowing, again, if we should visit this fair next year, how competitive we are within the field. It also asks to list all of the high schools that this fair served. So if there were other high schools that served the surrounding area rather than just D'Evelyn, I would list them here. And again, it will ask if we recommend this event for the future. I said yes. Looks like I said there was a good number of juniors and seniors that want to know more information about CU. There was a long line, etc. And again, you would hit save. So the college fair one is a bit more involved. And again, while you're at the fair, you're going to want to make sure you're counting different students, checking out who else is there, what type of fair it was, and what type of students are going to be there. Again, you would hit save. So that is it. That's how you're going to record all of your different events and evaluate them. And if you don't do them on time, Deidre will give you a friendly reminder. So it's really good to evaluate these events the day of the fair or the visit, just so that's fresh in your mind and you can make the best notes as possible. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.